Hello everyone, this is Ming Zhong. Welcome to today's market analysis for the S&P 500 E-mini futures. This is for the session of 14th of May. So in this video, I am going to show you the market recap from yesterday. That's including a trade review, or I should say the potential trade review, because I did not take that trade. But some aggressive traders will be interested, so I will also cover that. That will include entry, exit, rationale behind, and why I did not take the trade. And going forward, the key levels to pay attention to, my current bias for day trading and swing trading, and also the potential setup for the US session later. So let's just get started now. As you can see on this daily chart, S&P 500 E-mini futures, let me zoom in a bit. We see that yesterday we have a continuation of the sell-off from 12th of May. We have seen this big spread bearish bar, and yesterday we have seen some continuation of the sell-off because it actually broke below the access line 2830, which is a supporting level, and also subsequently to 800. And just dipped to around 2790 or 278 something. Yep, and we see that there is increasing supply. The volume is pretty high. If you compare it to the rest of the days, then you probably can trace it back to, well, maybe in March. Then we see this kind of the volume. But if you look closer, yesterday we have a demand tail as well. So if I compare these two bars here, the 12 and the 13, then we see that on the 12, actually the spread is larger than the 13. And on the 13, we actually have a demand tail which is slightly higher than the 12. And if I look at H1, you can see that I have drawn up a channel. There's a down channel here. Then you can see that this price, the S&P, actually didn't touch the oversold line. So all of this is actually a sign of some kind of the demand already kicked in yesterday. But despite saying that, I'm not bullish at all. It's just saying that there was some demand coming in yesterday to prevent the S&P 500 to fall further. Because if wasn't this kind of the demand, then I think we should see a further drop to break the oversold line, to enter into oversold, or at least to test the 2770 swing low, etc. So I just want to point out there was some kind of the demand come in yesterday, but if we want to see a pause or a stop of this downtrend, I want to at least to see some aggressive demand to kick in, which means that I would like to see the better up wave, and maybe to overcome 2850, and that will probably temporarily stop this downtrend to enter into a trading range. Then we can just judge whether it will accumulate from there or just redistribute from that range. So currently, I think we're still not out of the wood yet. But the situation wasn't that bad because I think there was some kind of a demand. So at the moment, I think we just need to judge whether there is a more follow through or excessive supply to kickstart the trend, the downtrend, or either to enter into a trading range. So let me just get to the trade review or the potential trade review. Yesterday I talked about some important levels that can initiate potential short entry. I think the first is definitely, as you can see, this bright rectangle there is 2880 to 2900, but you can see that it almost touched it, but it did not, especially during the opening session, and it's still pretty far away. So I just didn't see any potential entry until this point, which is around 11 5:30 my time at night. You can see that this is kind of like a smaller structure here, and we just broke below this localized support at 2837, and subsequently we have a back test, a retest, and followed by a reversal. So I think this is a potential trade, but I just did not take it because it is very close to this demand line. As you can see in this purple color, this is a demand line from the up channel, and also the support level at 2830. So I think this is pretty close, so I just give it a miss. But aggressive traders can just take it and expecting breakdown from this level, because as you can see, yesterday there was excessive supply. I think let me just go back to H1. You can see it better in H1 time frame. You can see that this is the opening bar, 9 o'clock, 10, 11, 12, just these 4 bars here. If we compare it to the rest of the days, then you can see that it's definitely a lot higher than the rest of the days. That's from 9, 10, 11, 12. So definitely you can see that there are tons of the supply from yesterday's session. So some traders might anticipate, well, there will be a breakdown for sure, or maybe likely to break down, so you can initiate the trade whether it's very close to the support. It probably doesn't really matter for some of the aggressive traders. So as you can see, if you initiate a short entry here, then it's definitely a profitable trade, and yeah, it's pretty good, and I think the reward to risk is pretty high, especially you can just put a stop at this swing high here. Then you trail the stop, then you probably get maybe stop out here, or if you put it a bit further, then you probably get stop out near the end of the trend. So I think it's a very profitable trade if you take this, but unfortunately I did not, and it is just not my style, so I just give it a miss. Alright, so this is the trade or the potential trade review. Let me just get back to the current situation. And if we look at H1 time frame, we see that it's still bouncing within this channel, and also this still trade below 2830 or 2825. You can see that this is quite a level, because it actually bounced up here, bounced up on this day as well, but it just penetrate through. And during the Asian session, it just have a test, but did not manage to break above. So this is access line at the moment that I pay attention to, 2825, 2830. So as long as it's still below this level, then definitely it's still bearish. So the bias for day trading for me is still, it's kind of neutral, because I think I can trade on either side. So either the swing for the swing trade bias, I'm also neutral, because if you take a look at the bigger picture, then it's kind of still fluctuate within this big range from 2715 to around 2960. So it's still within a big range, definitely. And for day trading, I think possible trades still maybe to initiate a short entry, and if it can bounce off from 2790 to 2800, then it probably can initiate a long entry for the counter trend trade. So the key levels that I pay attention to at the moment is definitely for the resistance. Immediate resistance is 2825 to 2830. Which is the access line, and if we can just have a bit rally up, then we can see it to test this supply bar here. You can see this is a supply bar from yesterday at 11 p.m. my time. So what I'm expecting is something like this. If there is some kind of the rally up, maybe you can just rally to this area from maybe 2840 to 2850. Then should it get rejected, then probably is good time to initiate short entry. Otherwise, if it just still testing the support level at 2800 or 2790, somewhere around here, let me just draw this up. So this kind of level from 2790 to 2800, if it can bounce it from there, then can probably consider to take a long trade. So these are potential scenarios that I anticipate for S&P 500 for the session later. And key levels I pay attention to, obviously I talk about the resistance, and for the support level, obviously is a swing low here from 2786 to 2800. I think this is a very very temporary support, and if it breaks, then definitely we will see support at the swing low 2775 and 2750, and eventually is 2715. So these are just a few levels. So at the moment I'm just open to either long or short trade. It doesn't really matter to me. So this is the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed it and find it useful. So if you like it, just click like, and also hover to my name or picture to follow me, and do remember to subscribe to my channel so that you get instant notification for my future videos. And like as usual, if you have any kind of the questions, suggestion, comments, or any ideas or trade ideas that you would like to share with me, then feel free to comment it below. I will definitely reply to you. And thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.